I literally don't have my computer or my like light, so I have what I've had, right? So that's what we're working with.
You're good, girl. Don't worry. Okay, so yeah, just go ahead and like tell us like a little bit like a because of It Works, and then just share us your tips from there.
Okay, well, first of all, I really think my biggest thing with It Works is that I have gained so much confidence in talking to people and just in showing my face on social media, posting, just being more myself really, because being you is really important in gaining customers, gaining just followers in general. So that's one of the really big things. And then I get to buy my own gas, my own groceries because of It Works. And I'm working towards more than that. So already my parents don't have to buy my groceries anymore. They don't have to buy my gas. And I'm about to take over my phone bill. So I'm really happy to be able to do that. So that's my because of It Works. And I don't have to sacrifice my schoolwork in order to work. So I get to work around my schoolwork and I still get to prioritize both. Yeah. And then I just wanted to go over a couple things of our daily like 6 lists that they're really important. So interacting, you don't have to spend a ton of time doing this, but I slide up on people's Instagram stories. That's really quick, really easy, and it gets people's attention. And I also do my interacting when I follow. So whenever I'm following people, I just like 3 of their pictures and comment on one. And that also helps you get more follow backs too. And then on Facebook, people have been posting like a ton of games on Facebook. Like how many, like just weird stuff, like how many eggs do I have left type of stuff. I don't know if you guys have been seeing those, but I've just been like commenting on those. Even if I'm wrong, I don't really care because people will see your profile and they'll click on it. And so just doing those Facebook games, and then I'll ask like random questions on Facebook, like not just Hat Bait, but I'll ask like, what did you guys have for lunch yesterday or whatever, stuff like that. So don't take forever doing that stuff, but it is still important. So make sure you're getting it done. Messaging, I also don't take a ton of time to do. I try to do like 10 messages at a time whenever I'm going to like pee or something. So I do at least 50 messages a day because it's important to reach out. And I like to do host to post reach outs right now, especially because host to post has been killing it for me. And with host to post, you get message, you get interaction, you get new friends, you get like literally half your 6 list done just from host to post. So that's super awesome. And then whenever I'm messaging, if I'm reaching out for a distributor or a loyal customer, I always make sure that if they look like my age, I'll do a distributor reach out. And if they look older or like more established, I'll do a loyal customer reach out. So follow-ups are like one of the most important things in this business. So don't fail your follow-ups. You need to do your follow-ups. We have follow-up Friday, but it's easier if you kind of like go through your messages the next morning or something just before you even get out of bed, and just follow up with people who haven't answered. You can literally just be like, hey girl, is now a better time? Like if they haven't answered. It's super, super simple. Just copy and paste it or have it in your text replacements. But so follow-up's super important. Do follow up Friday for the ones you've missed, but try to follow up more often than follow up Friday. And then some people just like literally forget, like they're not ignoring you all the time. They just literally forget to message you back. And like Mariah messaged me for 2 consistent months before I decided to join her. And as soon as I joined, I like jumped right in. I was excited. I was just on the fence. So follow-ups are important. And I reached out to her and she still had to follow up. So keep the follow-ups. And my last thing I'm going to talk about is host to post. And literally this is everything. It has helped me so much this month, and I wish I would have been doing it before now because I'm promoting to freaking Ruby like today, and it is all because of host to post, literally. And so I do at least 10 host to post a day. I do mostly the TFX host to post, and literally I signed a distributor yesterday from host to post, and I have signed at least 4 customers just from host to post this month. And that may not sound like a lot, but it is because I wasn't doing host to post before, and I've gotten 4 more than I would have. So post, follow up, message, interact, do it all, don't slack, and yeah, that's what I've got. And personal development is also key, but
yes,
I'm not really.
love that. No, you're good. I love that so much. You just like spit so much information, which is seriously so good. But I love what you said about how like intertwining, I guess, host to post, because like host to post, you really do get majority of our 6 lists done. And like I didn't realize that, but like with all of the messages that you're getting back and forth from like other people sending out messages, doing host to post bait, the potentials, like, and then you're even having to interact with some of these people, like you get so much done. So like I love that you like incorporated that together, because I 110% agree with that. That was awesome.
Yeah, definitely. And I was going to say something, but I forgot, so never mind.
You're good, don't worry. If you think about it in the middle of it, just text me and I can make sure I talk about it and everything. But yeah, I am so proud of you, girl. Okay, so your 6 list, excuse me, is basically like the daily things that you are like going to achieve, quote unquote, to just make sure that you're doing all like the necessary things in your business. So I asked our there's like a lot of different elements to this, and I asked a bunch of our different leaders if they would just get on here and share some things. We did have a couple people that aren't able to make it, so for whatever they were going to speak about, other leaders are going to make up for that. And we do have a couple people going live in the team page either today, tomorrow, or the next day, just to kind of go over some of these things. But I am seriously so freaking pumped for this. I'm trying to think, does anyone care to go first, or do you want me to just kind of go down the list? Looking at y'all's faces. Okay, so let's see. Danny, I'm gonna pick you first because you're the first name I see on here. Okay, so thumbs up. If you could just unmute yourself, I am gonna like speaker view it just so it is on you. Just give us a little bit like a because if it works, and then just go like right into your tips and all that jazz.
Okay, let me fix this. I can hear, so that's good. I think I just needed to restart my computer. I was trying to find my notes. I like didn't take specific notes, but I have notes from like last time I talked about this on a Zoom. So I was like, oh God, please don't call me, but I got them before you did. Okay, so I'm Danny. I'm 20 years old. I'm a double diamond if it works. It's still super awesome to say. I have been in this business for almost 2 years, and because of it works, I am 20 years old, working full-time from my phone. I just moved to Arizona from Ohio. Super bright outside still. I am financially free from like my parents. Like they haven't paid for any of my stuff for like years. Taken over like my phone bill. I pay for all my bills in full with this business every single month, and I've met the greatest people ever from this. So my thing that I'm talking about that has to do with the 6 list is posting. Posting is literally like it's like the building block for like everything, I swear, because everything, like you can be doing all the things behind the scenes, but if you're not posting, you're missing out on like a super crucial part of the business, because we are social media marketers, network marketers. We have to be talking about the products and stuff. So the main thing I want to say first is consistency. You can't post every few days here and there and expect to get like the results that you're wanting. So being consistent, if you get anything out of this, consistency is the biggest thing. So posting on your main feed on Instagram, this is what I do. I try to post at least once a day on my main feed. Some days I skip like a day, once a week maybe, if it's like too late or something. But posting on your main feed is very important on Instagram, because different people watch your stories rather than scroll down like the actual feed part. So there's kind of 2 different markets. Like, yeah, everyone's following your Instagram, but like I said, not everyone goes through stories, and not everyone like scrolls on their feed all the time. So if you're not posting on your main feed, do that. And what I post is mostly live posts, so distributor-based posts, and just talking about my story, talking about what this business has done for me, what it's going to do for me. So not just like shouting out what it's done. If you're brand new, talk about what it's going to do for you. So talk about you about to be earning $150 shopping spree, talking about you taking over your phone bills, like small things, gas money, grocery money. All those things are super important to talk about at the beginning, and can make a really great post and it reaches more people than you think. More people can relate to not having gas or grocery money than you can imagine. Like there's people out there that need little things like that, especially in the times that we are in right now. Don't forget about posting. What else? For posting and like just being yourself and everything, I have brand yourself. So be you and post what you like, as well as with like the business stuff. So people know things like I like to play guitar. I haven't played it in a while because my guitar was in Arizona, but trust me, I'll be playing again. So I like to play guitar. I like bright colors. I love corgis. I am obsessed with Baby Yoda. So like I post about things other than the business that I like, and people can look at me and see a Baby Yoda meme and they're like, oh my God, Danny would love this, and they tag me in it. So I brand myself with other things as well as the business, because if they're looking at other things that they can relate with and they start to like want to lose weight, or they're like, oh, my skin has been looking rough lately, they're going to think of me because they see me posting about products, but they also related to me in another aspect too. Stories. So posting on your stories, that's a consistent thing that I do every day. Even when I don't post on my feed, you will not see a time ever on my story where there's absolutely nothing on it. So it doesn't matter if it's like business stuff or life stuff. So I've been trying to like implement more of like my move and everything, and just sharing my like experience with it and everything, because people want to see like real life stuff as well as like the ads, I guess, that are about the business. And just be yourself, honestly, like show yourself making your coffee, using your skincare, like using the products and everything. Even if you like only have one product that you use every day, if you're brand new and you just have like Skinny Brew, show people that you're using it, because they're going to trust you more. And if you're just on your stories and like showing that you love the products too, they're going to like believe in it more whenever you like message them or they see you come across their feed or something. So I know that was kind of random, but basically moral of the story is just do it consistently, and you don't have to be a genius at posting at first. They don't have to be these like elaborate posts. You'll learn as you go, and as your story like evolves, you're going to have more stuff to post about. And also, if you're not in like Boss Tribe, you should be. And there's a post on there that has like a bunch of life posts that you can literally take and like copy and paste and then change it up to like you, and use that as inspo, so it can help you with like posting and stuff. So if you're like clueless at first, talk with your upline, and that post in Boss Tribe, that I think it's under like the announcements or something, I don't know, or just look up life post, and there's tons of captions that you can use for posting. So no excuses for that. And then I guess the only other thing is pictures and what to actually post. I mean, just go and take a cute photo shoot day, like get ready, take a ton of pictures in a bunch of different outfits, and then you don't have to worry about it the rest of the week. So I know whenever I get like all done up, I usually do like 4 outfits, and then I have posts for whenever I'm not like, when I'm looking like a bum and I'm like, I don't want to post anything on my feed like this, I have pictures that I can go back and edit real quick and just post a live caption with, and it's super simple. And then on the days that like I go out and do stuff, I try to take more pictures in different areas and stuff. And I mean, even sometimes it's just as easy as like, I mean, I'm not really dressed up, but I had a cutish outfit on today, and I was just like, Alexis, like take a picture of me outside. And she took a picture, and that was my Instagram post for today. So tons of ways to get content and everything, and just be yourself and be consistent with it. So I think that's pretty much all I have.
Oh, I love that so much. And also, I had a couple more things I wanted to add to that. If you are not in a shared album about stories or anything, text your upline, because I'm pretty sure Danny has one for her team. I have one for our team. Like, I know Shay has one, but we can get you added some way or like form or the other. And it's basically just like a shared album that'll be on your actual photos, to where you can like save pictures to post on your story. So like on the days like you're not feeling creative, because like that is me. I am trying to grow that creativity level in myself, but I have zero creativity. So creating my own stories is like, it's like a full day affair for me. So if you just like want to come and like post some of those, like it's totally fine. Or even just like screenshot them from other leaders. That's what we all did at first. I know there are so many screenshots saved on my phone for things like that. But yes, and I also am going to add that to the team page as well, because there's like a link you can share. I have that on my notes here to go ahead and do that. The next thing I wanted to do was I wanted to ask you guys kind of like a little challenge, quote unquote. So if you are just like right now, you are going to be consistent on posting, I want you to drop a 2 in the chat, because I'm going to save this chat before I end the Zoom, and I'm going to create a posting pod for all of us. And it's going to be something on Instagram where we can all go and share our post to this. So we'll have like a bunch of new people and just like excited people that are going to be posting every single day. I just want to get to like everyone in that essentially. But yeah, so if you're going to be posting every single day, drop a 2 and I'll get you added into this chat either today or tomorrow. But yeah, I love everything you said, Danny. And yes, branding yourself is probably like the best thing, because if you know me, Dr. Pepper, cats, my boyfriend, yeah, that's like basically what I brand myself with. But like, it's just about it. Like, and I feel like that's like the biggest thing. Like, it's just like finding like you and then like just running with that. That's like the biggest thing I can say to you guys. So yeah, I love that so much. Mariah, if you want to go next, I know I saw your comment earlier. You should be able to unmute yourself. And again, just share a little bit of Because of It Works and tell us all your tips.
Hello. Yes, thank you, because I want to eat dinner, and so I want to be able to sit here and just listen. But I'm Mariah. I am a Ruby. I'm going diamond this month and earning the $15,000 bonus. And it's gonna be a year for me in May 28th. So crazy, how fast time flies by. My topic tonight is gonna be about power of consistency. So you can hear like I just went Ruby in February, but I started last year, May 28th. I just had faith and was consistent all the way through. And that just plays a part of like how now I'm able to go diamond this month, because I have so much built up from being consistent. Like every person's journey is so much different, and I can't stress that enough. It won't take you that long to go Ruby if you don't just like dip your toe in the water over and over again and just decide and go all in and be consistent with all the things every single day, because it all ties full circle. And yeah, just go hand in hand. So just, yeah, don't dip your toe in the water, just go for it. And you'll get there a lot faster, I promise you. But believe in yourself, like the whole journey, even when you do have those valleys, like you just have to keep being consistent through the highs and lows. I wrote down some notes, but just like not many, but major things that popped in my head about it. You'll figure out a system, like, and I definitely want to say this for host to post being consistent, because at first it might like take more effort, like figuring that out, one of those tasks, like figuring that out. If that's something that you struggle with, then that's something that you're gonna have to like work more on. But don't just because it took you longer that one day, don't take a break the next day. Like just keep going and focusing on that, because you'll figure out a system, and soon you'll be able to do that like really quick. And the more like it takes 21 days I think to form a habit, and so the more you do it, the more you're going to just feel more confident and comfortable with what you're doing and the opportunity you have. And you'll know your products more because you're constantly looking through like your camera roll every day and like what to post and talking about the products. And just, yeah, as you're more consistent, you become really, really confident, which is huge, because people are going to buy the product or buy you before they buy the product. Sorry. But yes, that's so important to just be authentically you through all the consistency. Like when you're following, don't just follow people who you don't even, like you wouldn't really relate to. Like be you when you're following, and follow people you could relate to when you're posting consistently. Like show your face while the business, and be you then, like just all the things. And through all that, just breathe, like because it seems like so much, and like you look at your daily task checklist. That's what I use, because it helps me stay so organized, and each day you get to erase yesterday's and start anew, like it's a fresh day. And you can just see where you're at the end of the night, like how much you actually worked your business. But at the beginning of the day, like that might seem like a lot to you, especially if you're new. but you just have to breathe. And like even days like today when I like the end of the school year and I'm just so excited for summer and there's just all these tasks and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm promoting and like school, like it's almost over, like I don't have to balance this anymore. And then I told myself to just breathe, like I'll check it off and that's never going to end, but like especially as you're new and learning the things too, just breathe and go one step at a time, like you'll be okay. And you have to do that because to be consistent every single day, or else you're going to overwhelm yourself. And as you're like being more consistent talking to people and messaging people every single day, be consistent in that, like if you get a day that it's more potentials and then you get a day that it's just like really everyone said no, that's okay, because a no does not mean no forever. Like you just have to keep being consistent with your messaging because days fluctuate. Like one day, literally, this makes me smile so much, but like Tina said that one of the reasons why she started was because that it was a sunny day out. Like I messaged her for almost like a great amount of months, but and then she was just like, I'm in a good mood, like let's just do it. Like you never know people's like days and you just have to be consistent because it will explode. You can go and do all the things day 4 and like nothing happened, and then day 5 everything explodes. So people just have to wait and they'll think about you as you're more consistent, and you'll be the reason why they want to like come back to you to lose weight or make some money. So you got to keep reminding them of what you have and showing that on their face as they keep scrolling. So I don't want to ramble too much, but yeah, that's all I really got.
No, I love that so much. I loved everything you said because like it's seriously so true. And like I love also what you mentioned about it kind of feeling like a lot in the beginning, because like I could like attest to that. Like I don't know about you guys, but like homegirl here struggles with so much anxiety. So like whenever I joined, I was like, what in the heck am I doing? Like I had this literal just like, oh heck moment, like I can't do this. And it like almost held me back from like honestly just being super like successful honestly with my business, because I was just so worried that I was like, this is too much. And like to give you guys a little background about myself, I was a full-time college student and I was working 3 jobs. So like adding basically a 4th job on top of that, I was like, I cannot do this. And then like once I figured out exactly what was quote unquote expected of me every single day, because like I said, everything we're going to be talking about here, these are just going to be simple things that you do every single day to build your business. I can't remember if it was Danny or Mariah that said this, but it's basically just like, it's like a circle, like everything. And like, I know like I can just go on and on about this, but each thing that you are going to do is like going to basically like prove a different thing. Like because you do this happens, and then that happens because you did this, and it literally just goes back and forth. Yeah, it all connects. Like it's literally the rap girl circle of life is what we call it. But yeah, I seriously love that so freaking much. And go enjoy your dinner, Mariah. Hope it's very, very good. But Emily, if you want to go ahead and unmute yourself, and mute if I can talk. Yeah, just again, just share a little bit about Because of It Works, and then just go right into your tips.
Okay, so in the beginning, I don't really know why I joined. I was like, hey, extra money, that's cool. So I soon learned that I kind of have like 1,000 different whys. Like I want to be able to provide for my husband and get him the things that he wants. And we also have a godson that his parents are really good parents, but they also don't have a lot. So I want to be able to necessarily provide him things that they can't, just help them out as a whole. And I've been with It Works for like a year and a year and a half, and I am an emerald, going diamond this month, super close, it's great. I just wanted to kind of touch on following up. So I'll start it off with like, your fortune is in your follow-up. So you need to make sure that you are following up with so many different people. So like with that being said, if you have Becky and she was like, oh, hey, I want to lose weight, and you never follow up with her, you're never going to get her as a customer. She's going to forget about you. So I actually have this follow-up tracker. I'm going to screen share it so y'all can see it. And I will post it in the Shine Bright Like a Diamond page so that y'all can like download it and get whatever you need. But essentially what I do is there's the follow-up date. So let's say, like I said, we have Becky. She wanted TFX coffee greens. And she tells me, oh, I don't get paid until Friday. So that's April 24th. That's what I put down. And then I make sure that I follow up with her on the 24th. And then we also do our follow-up Fridays, which like typically in any of our team chats, we are sending you a script to send out to all of your potentials on your follow-up list. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. So just make sure that you're writing everyone down. And I mean, really, that's all I have. Like, just make sure that you are following up with everybody because it's super, super important. You are missing out on so many potential customers if you are not following up.
No, I love that. And then I also wanted to touch on what you said about just like writing people down. Like that is key to this, you guys. Like I know I kind of forget to say this a lot to my new girls. So if you're new, I'm sorry, I love you still, I promise. But like write down your potentials. Like whenever people say yes, just get like a notebook or something in your phone. Personally, I work off of my iPad and I use an app on here and everything in this business is literally all on my iPad. But like even if you don't have an iPad, just literally use like a spiral, or I know some people use like the note section in their phone. Like figure out what's going to work for you and just use that and just literally run with it. And then I also love that follow-up tracker. That is seriously so good. Please share that because I need to start doing that. I do my follow-ups a little bit differently, but like I said, you guys, like you're going to find a system that works well for you. And like, that is what you take and you go with it. I know every leader on here, we all work our businesses differently every single day, but we are all successful because at the end of the day, we are in some way, shape, or form doing all of these things every single day. So I absolutely love that. That was so, so good. Michaela, if you want to go ahead and unmute yourself a little bit because of it works and just share us your tips, or share to us your tips. I can't talk.
Hello, friends. So my name is Michaela. I am 21 years old. I live here in Arizona. I can't wait to go visit Danny. I'm so excited. So because of It Works, I went from not knowing where my next meal was coming from because I was so gosh darn broke. I was having my roommate's parents pay my rent because I couldn't do it myself. And now I live in a brand new penthouse apartment that I love. I get to take care of my sweet little cat that's running around right now. And yeah, it's just so amazing. And I get Bougie, we know it. So yeah, I absolutely love this business. It's changed my life. I've lost 48 pounds with the products. Selfless shame plug right there. So it's just been so amazing. So I'm going to be talking about interacting. And so I have curated so many tips throughout the year that I've been doing this business for interacting. And it's something that I'm super proud of, like with my 6 list. Mel, move please. And so I'm going to be sharing you guys some tips. So I hope you guys are writing these things down. All of the leaders that have shared so far have shared some amazing tips. So I hope y'all are writing this down. You don't want to miss this. But yeah, I'm going to be talking about interacting. So when I go through and interact with people, as soon as someone follows me back on Instagram, I immediately message them. And so I have 2 different messages for Instagram and Facebook, and I'll be sharing this in the chat later when I'm done talking. But Instagram, I tell them that they're pretty and all this stuff because Instagram is usually about the ego. You want to boost these people's egos. That's usually what Instagram is for. But Facebook, I go ahead and tell them a little bit about myself, and I tell them that I'm happy to connect with them because Facebook is a little bit more about connecting than it is about, the looks and stuff that Instagram is. So I go ahead and communicate with them via the message, and I tell them, a little bit about me, and it's just so great. So yeah, and then after that, when someone follows me on Instagram or friends me on Facebook, I go ahead and write their name down. And I go through this list once a week That way, for the whole week, I can write all these people's names down, and then I go and I interact with them on their page. So Instagram, it's a little bit more different for people who are not in network marketing. For us, we're used to posting every single day, but for people who are not in the business, they don't typically post on their feed every single day like we do. Mostly people post on their stories, which is great, but Facebook, people tend to post more on their feed every day than Instagram. So on Instagram and Facebook, I comment. I do not like anything unless it's like on my team and stuff like that. I'll like it to boost the algorithm, but I immediately comment because it's more seen than a like. So I interact with them now. Oh my gosh, like my cat does this, or like, oh my goodness, I love that coffee, like what, and all this stuff, like just interacting and making a genuine connection with people. So and I do that before I even talk about the business. I do not talk about the business with people for like maybe a month of me following them, just because I want to make sure that they know who I am and that I'm a friend first. That way they are more likely to purchase from me because they know who I am. Third thing I do, I go to on Instagram. If you don't know how to do this, you go to your following button, and then it's at the top and it says least interacted with. So I go through and I interact with all of those people every single day because that list changes. So I go and interact with those people, and I'll slide up on their stories, everything that I just said. I'll go and interact with those people. And that way I'm making sure I cover all of my bases with all the new people and all the people that I've been following for a while, but I haven't commented on their stuff in a long time. So yeah, that's pretty much all that I really do with interacting, but I make sure that I keep this up, like I said, for like a month before I even talk about the business, because once you generate those relationships with these people, they're going to be watching you. They're going to be seeing what you're posting. They're going to look at your stories, and they're going to see you being consistent and all of this stuff, like all the other leaders just said. So if you are being consistent and posting your stuff on your stories and on your feed, when you're interacting with these people and you're building relationships, they're going to be more interested in what you're posting about because you showed interest in them.
Yes, I freaking love that. That was so good. Cause like, I know I always like think about things like, okay, like how would I feel if like someone reached out to me and said like, hey girl, we want to try my products and like things like that. So like, I think about it first, but like, honestly, like if I had someone that like followed me on Instagram, told me I was pretty and like is genuinely like becoming my friend, like I'm going to hear them out. And like, that's what I've been doing with my business as well. I think my Wi-Fi is cutting out. So I really hope it doesn't kick me off because that's going to be a bummer. But anyway, so just building connections with people is like seriously the biggest thing, because I feel like exactly what Michaela said, if you have that like relationship with them, they are going to be more willing to hear you out regardless of what you're talking about, simply because like you're becoming their friend. So I love that so much. That was so good. Okay, Ellie, if you want to go ahead and mute yourself, same thing, a little bit because if it works, and then just share us your tips.
Hello, sweetie petites. I definitely don't have my dad. I just want to say this first. My dad put in a ceiling fan and the light portion of it doesn't work. So I'm really limited with this lighting. But I wanted to first say, my name's Ellie. If you guys don't know, I am diamond with this business. We're going double. And because of this business, I have been able to get new car twice actually. Thank you, Lord. I pay for all of my bills entirely. Like my parents don't help me at all financially. And since I've joined this business has helped me provide to pay for everything. I get a little bougie, not gonna lie. So the eyelashes, the nails, all of those trips are paid for by this business. Thank you, Jesus again. but also because of this business, honestly, the thing that I'm most grateful for is really the friendships and the connections that I've been able to make. All of these girly pops that I'm friends with now live in Texas, Arizona, live in Missouri, live in all these different states. Obviously, I'm in Oklahoma, and it feels like I'm the only one in Oklahoma, so I don't see anybody, and I wouldn't have known any of them without this business. So really grateful for that. But can I go ahead and start with my tips?
Yeah, you can. Go right in.
Okay, I'm just gonna jump in, sorry. But basically, I wanted to talk tonight about time management, because Homegirl does work full time. A lot of people do this business full time, and for the people that do that, I'm so happy for them. I tried that, and it is not entirely up my alley. I'm going to be real straight up with you. I am the biggest social butterfly, and I strive for human interaction. I mean, like your face is here, human interaction. I can't just do online. So I do work full time. I love my job. But I'm going to be 100% when I say that it is challenging to do all the things and not get distracted, not fall off the wagon or whatever. There are so many people in this business that do have other full-time jobs. Michaela, busy as can be. That girl works her butt off. Lord have mercy. I couldn't be more proud of her. Not to mention Cheyenne. Forever, she had like 64 jobs and went to school. I mean, come on, like, holy crap. But anyways, so basically what I just wanted to tell you guys is creating a schedule is so important. And when I say a schedule, I don't necessarily mean like you have to write down to the minute and the second what you're going to do. If you micromanage like that, girl, bravo to you, but that's not me. I can't follow a super strict schedule like that. But because of with COVID and everything going on at work, I do work like 4 or 5 different shifts a week. So I don't have a super set in stone schedule. So I kind of have to give myself grace in knowing it's not going to be the same thing every single day. So basically, know what your day-to-day things are with this business. So if you know, I got to go to the grocery store, thinking about tomorrow, I know I got to go to the grocery store, I got to take my dog to the vet, I got to go wherever. You just know ahead of time in the morning the things that you need to do, and put this business in those tiny little pockets. For me, especially right now, that's just kind of how I'm having to work my business because life has been crazy. But time management when your life is crazy, because life doesn't stop, is really important. So for example, one day I may work 7:30 to 4:30. I'm not going to lie when I say waking up at 6 a.m., it doesn't happen, okay? I can't do that. My body doesn't work that way. So I know that when I get off at 4:30, most of my work is going to be after I get off. Some days I work noon to 9. When that happens, obviously, I have half the day to get my stuff done early on. And then there's days I have a day off and I'm going to work on getting as much as I can done those days. So for example, tomorrow I have a day off, which doesn't happen very often, but I'm going to take advantage of that and I'm going to get as much as I can done. And my goal for tomorrow actually is to get 2 or 3 power hours done. So my biggest thing that I guess to take away from this is just understand everybody has their own life. Everybody has their own schedules. And so you need to be completely realistic to what your life and what your schedule looks like and be honest with yourself. Like, for example, like I said, I wake up at 7:30 and I wake up at 7. I have to work at 7:30. I know myself, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to get up at 6 a.m. and bust out a power hour, because that's not me. I know I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to be honest with myself and say, okay, when I get off, I'm going to give myself an hour. I'm going to eat dinner and then I'm going to get my stuff done. But know yourself and be honest with yourself when preparing your schedule or whatever, because if you're not, then you're not going to get anything done, and then you start falling off the bandwagon as far as not being consistent, which is super important. So I just kind of wanted to say, like, I mean, excuse me, I had a frog in my throat. Everybody is so different in their schedules, especially with all the corona stuff going on right now. So just be 100% with yourself and give yourself grace. Okay, I didn't get everything done today. Why didn't I get everything done today? And then make up for it the next day. But do give a frog, but do give yourself grace, but also be real with yourself. Make a schedule, know when you need to get stuff done. And like I said, find those little pockets. Lunch break. Okay, I'm going to bust out my responding to my messages. I'm going to throw up a post on my wall for the day, whatever. So anyways, I can talk for hours. So go ahead and cut me off.
Girl, no, please talk for hours. I absolutely love that. I feel like time management is something that like everyone just honestly needs to work on it. And that's not a bad thing. Like work on it in our own different ways. Cause like I know for myself, like your day-to-day will change most likely. And like even like I said, for myself, I used to work like 1,000 jobs. Like she's literally not even joking. Like I worked everywhere. I've done all of the things and like, but at the end of the day, like I had to like basically be disciplined and prioritize like my business because I knew that this was going to be that outlet for me to like not have to work 1,000 jobs and do all the freaking things. So, yeah, I think that's like, I love what you said so much. I'm getting like jumbled over my words here, but yes, I love what you said just about like being real with yourself and just like knowing like what you can do. Cause like, yes, there's a point of like challenging yourself, but like if you set like, I'm literally going to do all the things, I'm going to go 90 to nothing all day and like do this for weeks and weeks and weeks, like you won't be able to sustain that over time. So like if you are just honest with yourself and if you just literally like do the things every day, like those results are going to pay off. And like, yeah, like there's days where I go 100% for like 24 hours of the day, like, but like, it's not every day, you know? So I feel like it's just knowing yourself and knowing that pace and just staying consistent with it. And I feel like that's the biggest thing. And also I forgot that Emily was going to go over a couple different things. I totally just looked over that. So Emily's going to unmute herself and continue what she's talking about because I totally forgot.
Okay, so basically like going off of what Cheyenne and Ellie were saying, my biggest tip is like don't neglect your personal life. So with me, that's something I really strive to do. So like the way that my schedule works is I'll wake up in the morning and look over my messages, like people that have replied to me, like while I'm laying in bed, and I'll reply to them and then get all of that done. And then I'll go make my coffee. I will do my personal development. After that, I'll reply to more messages if I have them. And then I'll like reach out to my team, see where they're at, see what I can help them with. And then I'll start reaching out to new people, following people, interacting. It just kind of, there's no set in stone schedule to my day. But I also make sure that like I'm taking breaks and I'm not neglecting my personal life. So like me and my sisters are super close, especially with the whole quarantine thing going. I'll take time where I know if I'm like getting off task and I was interacting, but I'm like veering off and I'm just flipping, I'll put my phone down and I'll take a break because you don't want to burn yourself out. But then I also wanted to go over like personal development and then developing yourself to become a leader. So you have to pour into yourself to pour into your team. And it may sound super discouraging because for the longest time I was like, a team, what? I'm new. What does that mean? But like you have to know that you cannot pour into your girls if you are not pouring into yourself. So I'll give y'all this recommendation because Jade Hooper speaks to my core. I'll go to the podcast app and I'll listen to one of hers in the morning. I'm like diehard Jade Hooper. I haven't found anything else that like speaks to me. But I'll listen to one of those in the morning. And then like you have to know why you joined. And like for me, I knew this is what I was supposed to be doing. And I knew that this was going to be for me and that it was going to be the answer to our prayers because me and my husband have dreams, as do everyone else. But I'm sorry, I just lost my train of thought. I do this all the time. It's so terrible. But you have to grasp the concept that there's someone else out there that needs you. They need this business. They need it for grocery money, or they need to be able to stop putting stuff on credit cards. And you have to be confident to talk to people about this business, because when you do so, you're going to grow your team. And then you're going to be able to pour into your team. And then you're going to be able to hit those goals that you want to hit. And then you're going to be able to go emerald, go diamond, go double, and earn the income that you wouldn't have even thought was capable, or you were capable of. Or yeah, I guess that's what I'm trying to say. And you also have to grow your team to help others. Like, they can't be scared to reach out to new people. You need to teach them that it's okay, and like people need our products. They need to have clear skin. They need to lose weight. They need to cleanse their body. Like, they need the products. So sorry, I'm reading over my notes. I have so many things. I'm trying to make sure I don't go off on a tangent too. So you may be thinking like, okay, I have the distributors, but like, what do I do now? You're going to make sure that you're doing your personal development, because like I said, you can't pour into them if you don't pour into yourself. You're going to listen to your podcast or do something that's productive to you, whether that's like a meditation thing or praying or having Jesus time, or going to do your workout or your yoga in the morning. Do something that's going to help you open your mind and then absorb the information. And then the next thing I have is, as a leader, you need to make sure that you're doing your 6 list every day, like every single day, multiple times a day. And you can't expect your team to work if you're not working. So the harder that you work, they are going to sit there and they are going to see you working and busting your ass, and you need to do the same. They will follow you. And then really the last thing that I want to say is really just don't burn yourself out. Give yourself those breaks during the day, and then make sure that you're doing all of the things, because your team will follow you. They're watching you, whether you think they are or not. That's all I got.
I love that so much. I have so many different things I want to go off of, like, from what you just said. Like, that was seriously so good. I'm probably going to forget some of the things I want to talk about, because there was like so much. You just shared so much good information. But like, if I could just go off of like personal development for a second, like, the person that I am right now, whether that's me talking about the leader I am or the person I am, is not the same Cheyenne that joined this business at 19 years old 2 years ago on October 30th of 2017. Like, that person is not who is sitting right here, and that is 100% from personal development. I did not believe in this. I was told by a leader that you had to do personal development to go diamond, and I said, aha, watch me, and I went diamond. But like, if I would have gotten that personal development, I can almost guarantee you I would have gone diamond a lot faster, just because like I was so like, I just needed to grow up. And like, the genuine way like of me talking to myself, I was literally a child, and I just simply needed to grow up. So personal development, like, it just helps in so many different ways. And like, kind of like what Emily said, like, kind of going off both her schedule and personal development, I wake up and I look at some of my texts. If some of them I'm like, well, I might have to think to answer that one, I don't respond. I don't read it, and I don't respond to them. And I wake up and I do my celery and I go work out, because that is how I'm going to be the happiest little Cheyenne that I can be. Go get my Camp Gladiator on. And then I come back, I shower, because you got to do that after you work out. And then I go make my coffee, and then I come. Oh, I forgot a step in there. I do journaling before I get out of bed, before I do celery. Sorry. So I like journal and like had a little bit of that time. And then after that, like, I'm reading and I'm just like pouring into myself, because like Emily said, like, you cannot pour from an empty cup. And like, there are days where things are going to happen and they are going to literally drain you. And like, I do not mean that in a bad way, because like, I think Ellie was talking about this, like, life happens, you guys, and like, life is never going to stop happening. But if I've already had that personal development for the day to where I'm at a good good mindset, I can come to my team in such a better way than I would have if I just came at them in a grumpy mood, obviously. Like if I just came at you guys so sideways all the time, you would not be here. Like, it doesn't matter what's happening. Like, if I was just a capital B word, 25-8, why would you want to be here? I wouldn't even be here. What the heck? So I love that she said that, because, like, it's just simply growing to be, like, your best self. And, like, I, like, affirmate that to myself. I don't know how to use that word, but I have affirmations that I say going about that. Like, I am growing into my best leader. I'm growing into my presidential diamond leader, and just different things like that that are going to open my mind and my heart to allow me to grow. Another thing I wanted to say, because I did write this one down, if you're struggling with not getting your 6 list in every single day, what I want you to do is like really write down what drains you and what like sustains you. So for me, messaging people, oh God, I hate it. I mean, I'm just going to be so honest. I hate messaging people. I hate following up, but those are seriously so crucial in this business. So I have to do those first thing in the morning. And I do them after I've done like my Jesus time, my personal development time. Like the first thing I do when I am like, okay, work mode, I text my new DTs, whether I'm training them or just like connecting with them again. Cause that obviously is super important. And then I literally have it right here. It says message people first and then follow up. Oh my gosh, post it up, come on. It says text new DTs, message people first, and follow up. Because if I do not do this, I will literally be done for the rest of the day. I'm not even lying to you. So my personal goal is to message 120 people a day, and I do 60 in the morning and 60 at lunchtime. And after that, I ain't gonna message no one for the rest of the day. So it's okay if I don't want to, because I don't need to. So that's just personally how I do it. And then for the rest of the day, I'm doing those other things that are going to sustain me, like checking in with my leaders, enrolling customers, interacting on Facebook and Instagram, like doing the things that are going to get me hyped up, because messaging is just like, oh my God, I don't want to do that. So do those things first so you can come back and like to the rest of your business at like such like a fire again, essentially. Exactly. Make goals that work for you. Like all of us are going to have different numbers and different things for what we do every single day, but it's what works for you. Like if messaging 1,000 people a day is your thing, go do that, sister. It's not me. It's not for me, but just do the things that are going to work for you. And I love that so much. Taylor, I scrolled through this earlier and I saw you were on, so I hope you were able to talk and share us all your tips. But if you could just unmute yourself and share a little bit of like a because of it works and share us your tips, we would love to hear them, boo.
Okay. Can everybody hear me? I'm assuming you can. There's delay on my computer. Am I frozen?
No,
okay.
Girl, you're good. You're good.
Okay. So for anyone that doesn't know, I'm Taylor. I'm 19. I'm a college student. Why did I join? I joined because I was broke. Like really broke, and I was tired of just asking my mom and my dad and my grandparents for money. So I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna finally do this. I watched Michaela for about 3 months, and I finally was like, you know what, I can do this. So I joined. I've been doing this. I think this is my 3rd month. Yes, yes, and I'm working on executive right now. Okay, so what I'm supposed to be talking about is growing your market. So what I like to do is I follow friends of friends. So I'll go, I forgot how to share my screen. Oh, I see it. Okay, so what I like, Cheyenne, is it sharing? I'm not sure.
Yeah, we can see your wallpaper now.
Oh, okay. So I thought it was gonna make it so that I could show you guys my phone. Go to my Instagram and I go to my followers, And I'll just start with, I'll usually go, well, actually, I'll go to following, and then I'll go, there's a button that you can press, and you can have the option to go to your earliest followers. So I'll usually go to my earliest, or I'll start with people that I know, and then I'll go to their followers, and then I'll follow people that also are following them. So
Wait, can you guys hear Taylor?
120 followers on Twitter.
Sorry, Taylor, you kind of froze there for a second. Okay.
Oh, my followers, I've just been following people that follow people that I know. You know, that helps me grow my business because now I'm following other people that have common followers that I have, and I think I'm frozen again. Yeah, so that's really all the tips I have. Yes, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm having technical difficulties. But
No, you're good, girl. We
that's
all
what I
go
have
through
for you
them.
guys.
I can kind of show people what the following thing looks like as well, just to make sure. So I don't know if it was my end or your end, but it got frozen there for a little bit. But
Probably mine. I'm so sorry.
Girl, you're good. Don't worry at all. It literally happened. I know there was one Zoom where I literally, my whole entire Wi-Fi shut off and it kicked me off for like 5 minutes. So you're totally fine. Okay.
Oh, Lordy.
I am gonna go ahead and mute you just so you know. But so the next couple of things that I want to talk to you guys about, I am gonna be somewhat sharing my screen for, just to make it a little bit easier so you guys can like see as I walk y'all through it. So the first thing I wanted to show you guys was more or less just about text replacement. This works like literally so well for me. I am sharing my screen, so it's just gonna take it just a second. But if you do not have the app called Wordboard, please go and download it. So for you guys that I can see your cameras, can you see like my iPad notes section of my screen? Yeah? Okay, cool. So if you just click the little emoji button down here at the bottom, it's gonna pop up like my emojis. And this is gonna be Wordboard. So this app is super helpful, and this is how I text you guys back so fast because I get so many questions like, girl, you text so fast. It's text replacement. So like I said, this is seriously just so awesome for everything that it's able to do. But basically, so you can see like that, this is a folder that says skincare. These are all of my skincare text replacements. And I have like literally all the skincare products, you kind of weight loss, all the weight loss products. And like I have PDT, scripts and objections. Like there are so many different things in this that you can use it for. So if you do not have this app, please download it. It's called Wordboard. You will have to purchase it like once you download the app, but it's going to be the best purchase of your life because you have all of this. Like for example, this is my new DT training. How I train my new distributors is right here. This is the folder. Every single thing is in here. Like I said, this app is just super helpful. So for example, if someone wants to see what our keto coffee, greens, and cleanse does, you just click it, boom, puts it there. What's the price? I'm gonna scroll down and then boom, there's the price. So it just makes things so much easier, like I said. So definitely download this app. I'm trying to think. The next thing I want to go over is how do I follow people? I might be blocked, so we're gonna work with that. So this is kind of what Taylor was talking to you guys about. This is my Instagram. If you don't follow me, go follow me and I'll follow you back. But I just go down and I go to like friends of friends. So I'm just gonna like interact. Oh my gosh, look, happy giraffes, Cami. And I just go and I'm like, oh, this girl is seriously so cute. So then I'll go to this girl's profile and I'm like, okay, she's in college, cool. So then I'll follow her. And then how I do it is I just go in and I like their first 2 pictures, and then I'm done. Like, okay, this girl's super pretty. I'll follow her. Madison, she's in high school. I'm not going to follow her. Let's see. This, I'll follow her. And this is basically how I do it. So you can see that, like, this is kind of like what my Instagram page looks like. The app is called Wordboard. I'm going to type it in the chat for you guys real quick. And then if you have an Android, you can use TextSpand as well. So this is my page for you guys, and like I said, so like this is how what Michaela was talking about earlier with like the interacting, this is what she was talking about like on her actual phone. You can just click this and you'll have to scroll because it's going to take forever to load because it just loves to do that. Okay, so then you come here, and this is going to be all the people that you've least interacted with in the last 90 days. I personally use this to unfollow people, but you can use this however you want. Michaela says that she likes to interact on this, and I use it to unfollow people. But like I said, it's like this girl, she hasn't posted since March 8th, so I'll just go and see if she follows me back. She doesn't, so I'm gonna unfollow her. And that's kind of how I go through it. And that's kind of the nutshell of like for what I do for that. So yeah, that should cover somewhat growing your market, and then texture placement also. Growing your market, you guys, like it just kind of takes time. I started this business with 300 followers in October of 2017, and if you guys just saw my Instagram, I just recently broke 10,000, and like that took work. That did not happen overnight, but I consistently follow people every single day. I unfollow people. I just do all of the things to grow my market as much as I can, and that's how I've been able to be a top enroller for distributors and customers, because I'm constantly getting new people onto my feed. So I don't ever want to hear that like I don't have enough people to talk to. Like there is a whole world of people out here, and like you literally just got to go find them. So that's the biggest thing I can tell you guys about that. Because like I said, like I started with literally 300 and I have 10,000 or 10.1 thousand now. So it comes a time, and the same thing for Facebook. Like I do somewhat of the same thing. Actually, I'll just go ahead. Well, I don't know if I'll be able to show you guys, but I just go to my suggested friends on Facebook, and I basically just kind of scroll through there, and I see someone that like seems pretty cool. I have like five to 10 mutual friends is like the range I try to look for. I don't want to follow anyone that like Danny's friends with, for example, because like she's already friends with them, so she's talking to them. So like, and typically it'll show you their profile picture. So I know for a lot of mine, like for all of my local girls, I have so many girls that I'm friends with, or I see on there from like Emily and Michaela and Taylor and Lexi, like all of these like my local girls basically is who I really see. So just be mindful of that, because you don't want to follow or friend someone that someone else is already friends with, essentially. That's the biggest thing I can go from there. Oh, Danny, yeah, unmute yourself. Go ahead, girl.
This isn't for Facebook, because I think that's what you're just talking about, but Instagram, if you want to get out of your area of people. So like, for example, in Ohio, I had a lot of Ohio people that I was enrolling, and then I had my girls on my team that were also like starting to follow people that like were in that area. So when I knew I was moving to Arizona, I went on the search bar, and you can search places. And I started searching areas where like I knew I was like thinking about moving to. So like Mesa, Phoenix, Tempe, all these places. And you can literally search an area, find somebody who you want to be friends with, like, or whatever, and then follow from their page, and you'll start to like kind of get into other markets of people. So if you realize that you're like, you've already did talk to anybody in your area, like search a random state and just start following people from there, because that's how you're really going to start expanding like from local people too. So.
Yes, and like I love that, and I'm gonna kind of go off of that. So I just want to like put this into perspective for you guys. Danny's from Ohio, and I live in Texas, and I friended her on Facebook, and she lives in Ohio, and I live in Texas. So like we literally got connected through social media because of that. But yeah, so that was super, super good. I love that, because like I know for like a hot second I was like, I think I want to move to Colorado. Only halfway, because my boyfriend used to live there, and now it's awesome. And yes, now Danny's my bestie, and she's from Ohio, and now I get to come to Arizona and see all my other besties, but same thing. So I like went to Colorado, like I tagged I don't even know what's the city, Denver, I think. And I went to Denver, and I was like following a bunch of girls from there. And like now I have like, I got one girl started in Denver. So now I'm going to have like a Denver team growing, and like just different things like that. And like, I don't think we're in like New Jersey. So if you guys are from there, around there, go follow people from New Jersey, and you can start growing that New Jersey team. So just different things like that, and like just like super random things. I try to look for places that I don't have distributors in, because I think it would be cool to have at least like one team in like every state, just different little tidbits like that. But yeah, so that is basically going to be the synopsis, I guess, of this training. I know there was just so much information thrown at you guys. I thought this wasn't recording for a hot second, and I was actually about to start crying. So sorry, I lost a train of thought there. That was about to be so bad. But like I said, like I just wanted to get on here with you guys and just kind of go over this 6 list, because this is those daily things essentially that we do to build our businesses. And all of these girls that talk tonight, they all do these every single day, and they are all, if not already, they are going to be diamond and above leaders by the end of this month. And like that right there like speaks volumes to me, because like these are the girls that show up for their business every single day, and I love that so much. I'm just so proud of them, and I'm so proud of you guys. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, I will have this up on YouTube, and it will be posted on the thread of the picture of this post. So if you just click photos, look for this picture, there's going to be it's a white background with a bunch of our pictures on there, and it'll be in the comments of that as soon as it's uploaded, or just go to my YouTube. So yeah, thank you guys so much for hopping on. I hope you guys took something from this, and I will talk to y'all later.